Hey YouTube, Mike here. How we all doing today? I hope we all had a very safe and productive week. Alright, today's video is actually something that I really should have added into the tools and stuff that I bought while I was recuperating from the knee surgery. And as you can see here, this very large box that I actually bought before the knee surgery and had it put underneath the outfeed table here of the table saw. Then I put other things in front of it, forgot that it was there, bought other stuff, and then did my 2 videos about the tools. And the other day my son's like, hey Dad, where's the power station? We need some power. Now, we don't really use a lot of electrical tools. We don't use really any electrical tools. The only thing we use electric is we plug in our Milwaukee battery chargers to charge up our M12 or M18 batteries. But other than that, we have 2 sewer cameras and a sewer machine. If we use them, that's corded. Matter of fact, one is cordless, and we don't even really use our rigid 300. All our gas piping and copper piping are pressed. All our water piping is Uponor or Shirk bite, or if we have to, if it's copper, we press it. So we really don't use any power tools. So every now and then we will need some power. So he needed some power for a job that we were doing. We do sometimes plug in, you know, we have a lighting system. The cord with the yellow plastic cages and a 75-watt bulb goes in, you hook them to piping and it lights up the thing. Instead of using 2-3 Milwaukee lights all over the place, it's easy, especially if we're on the job for a while. But a lot of times there's power. Well, this job, there was no power because they were putting a service in. So he figured to plug it into the power supply. We used to have the DeWalt power supply. They took the 60-volt max battery and a couple of the 20-volt maxes. It was a battery charger. It was about that big. You know, weighed like 30 pounds. But when I sold off all my Milwaukee tools, I sold that. Well, I saw this, and it is the 2845-20, and it is basically the carry-on. It's a power supply. Of course, they call it a tool only because all you need is 4 M18 batteries and it becomes a power supply or a charger. So my electrician bought 2 of them, but he only needed 1. And he knows, him and I are big Milwaukee tool people, and he's like, hey Mike, I got this thing, I got it from my supplier, I really don't need it, it was sealed in the box, brand new, never touched, and he made me a great deal on it. So I bought it, and I put it in my truck, I packed in, I took it off. I actually opened it up and just looked. I didn't take it out, I looked at it, and I threw it underneath the outfeed table. So when he asked for it, I'm like, oh. So we go into the other warehouse. I'm like, holy crap, don't tell me somebody took it. But then he's like, I don't think you ever brought it. So I get home, and I had to load the truck up with stuff that I had here. As you can see, it's starting to go. And there it was. That's what happens when you get old. All right, so basically, what is it? It's a power supply. So it is a charger. It is a 3600 startup watt, 1800 watt running. It holds 4 M18 batteries, and they should be of equal voltage. So it's either going to be an 8 or a 12. Now I figured let me just do an unboxing and then I'll bring batteries, and the 12 like this one, let me grab this one right here. This is a 12-volt high performance battery. This is what's recommended for the system, the high output batteries. So what do we got? We have a unit that weighs around 28 pounds. It is 15 inches wide, 12 inches, well, it's 15.5, and it is 12 1/4 deep, and it's 13 3/4 high. That's to the top of the cage. The unit batteries, actually, when we take it out, can actually be locked in. Because, you know, you could chain this to a pole, lock the batteries in, and then leave the job site. I would never leave this on the job site because it would be easily stolen. This thing will power or charge. It'll charge laptops. It's got it's got actually a USB-A and a USB-C. And then it has 3 grounded outlets. It's in a protective cage. It's 120 volt AC, 15 amp duplex, and it's 3600 watt, 1800 watt, and it's basically 3600 watt. Well, here, the specification, power supply. Holds 4 M18 batteries. Starting watts is 3600 watts. So that's startup. Like if you're familiar with a threading machine or motors need startup. Then as they run, they drop down. So you have your 3600 watt, which is called starting watts. Running watts is 1800 watts. It's got 120 volt, 15 amp duplex outlet. And then it has USB-A, which is 5 volt, 2.1 amps. And then USB-C, it's 5, 9, 12, 15, and 20 watt, 3 amp for the C. The noise is 66 decibels, and it's pure sine wave. Now, what's pure sine wave? Pure sine wave is technology built into the circuit boards that it will not fry PC boards inside of electric equipment. And here's a case in point. For those of you that follow me on my tankless channel, I have a Yugo battery backup backing up my tankless, and I install these. Now, if you have either a basic battery backup on startup without this technology, it gives a little bit more voltage to the system and it could fry the PC board. Like without one of these, and this is plugged in, and it could happen to any appliance, your refrigerator, your microwave, your dishwasher, your computer, all of this stuff, and your tankless heater, or if you have one of those hybrid electric water heaters or boilers, when you lose power and they then repair the wires or transformers and they turn the power back on, you get a surge, and that little surge can blow PC boards. And I had like 47 PC boards blow during one of our hurricanes, which was a Yugo, and that's why this gentleman invented this out of California, found me, and so on, and that's for another story. All right, so like I said, the unit weighs 28 3/4 pounds. Let's just say it weighs 30 pounds. So here's the unit right here. And this is what you get. You get the unit, you get your little, you get your instruction manual, you get your little card that's got like almost like a fast startup card, and then you get your little other Milwaukee piece things, other tools. So again, like I said, it has, so basically it doesn't have a cord built onto it. It has a cord that you have to plug in to the side. Cord's 8 feet long. Here is your duplex outlets right here. Here is your USB-A and your USB-C underneath these little rubber doors. There actually is provisions for a shoulder strap. I wouldn't. Here is your battery configuration here. So let's show you the locking mechanism. So you can actually, like I said, you could chain this to a pole and you can then leave this on a job site. I mean, it's $700 plus $200+ each battery. You're looking at, let's just say 2, 4, 6, 8. You're looking at about $1,500 worth of product. No, you're not leaving it there. So basically, this part here locks over the battery, and then you lock this in, and it will lock that. And then there's provisions. Let's see, where is it? There was provision. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Right here, there's a hole. So once you get that in there, like that, you put a lock through this hole right here. So you would put a lock through that, and that would then lock this from moving in and out, and that would lock the batteries in. I mean, great idea, yeah, but like I said, I would never leave this on a job site. The removal of the batteries, pretty easy. I don't see you doing this with one finger, especially with this. I mean, I just did it, but you know, something like this, you would just lift it up. Charging port for charge, as you can see, you have 3 lights. Also, this will use the power evenly as you go through the cycles. Now, there is a provision here for a ground screw. So if you're going to leave this somewhere, you can ground this. So right here, there's a ground screw. Here, I'll zoom in on the actual side there. I'll get batteries and we'll go through this whole thing, but like I said, you want, like I have, what do I have here? 2 8s, 2 6s, and the 12, so you can't use that. Okay. There we go. All right, see, so here's your ground screw. You got duplex grounded outlet, and then you have your charging port, and then here you have your A, and here you have your C. Then here is your battery level, and it tells you battery 1, battery 2, battery 3, and there's your startup button. So you have a charger, discharger in this unit. Let me zoom back here. Okay, let's just see what else we have. If I missed anything here. Power supply and extension cord wrap. I'm assuming the extension cord. All right, I'll look at that in a second here. It says here, okay, the extension cord will wrap around those indents. Push button on, off, instant start, duplex, 15 amps, I understand. The charger, here we go. Yeah, so it's a 3 amp charger. Detachable carry cord, listen to me. Charging cord included. So, like 4 12 batteries, so 4 of these, you get like 11.8 hours of charging of some type of electronic. You get 990 minutes for a television, 40 minutes for meals in a microwave, 1,140 minutes for a corded saw, 920 minutes for a nail gun, and 115 minutes to drill holes, but they're showing a hammer drill. This is estimated. Then you can go with the 5.0, and that drops everything down drastically. Ground fault isolated too. So it appears here that the extension cord, and it's a heavy duty, it's got to be a 12.3. Let's see what we got here. 150. It's 14 American wire gauge, 300 volt cable, and it's very nicely shielded. Very nicely shielded. So they say here you can wrap the cord around this. No, not me. No, I'll use some of my rubber bungees to do it, but nah, I don't like it. I would do a rubber bungee. Yeah, let me grab one. get these at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's like that rubber with the wire inside. And then let's see, I would take it and just put it right in here and tie this around, and it gives you access for the handle to carry it. There you go. So that's how I would do it. I wouldn't wrap it there, it gets in the way. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna I'll bring in some Eagle batteries. We'll do a test on charging. We'll do a test on running. We'll plug some stuff in. I'll plug my air conditioner in. Actually, I can't plug the air conditioner in because it's got it's got one of those GFIs, and that's so big. We'll figure something out. We'll run some shit. We'll run something. All right, YouTube. I'd like to thank everybody. Here we go. All right, I'd like to thank everybody for all the happy well wishes. Thank you. I'm doing well. Scar's still doing good. I'm still healing. You know, those tendons and ligaments have to grow in. And yeah, I'm doing good. I feel good. I'm working. We're really busy. We're crazy busy. That's why I even I've gotten some small chances to do some cleanup in here. But this is funny, man. This is no exaggeration. It's been sitting before my birthday cruise. So I bought it probably in May. June, July, August, September, October, 5 months, 4 months, 4.5, almost 5 months. Thing's been sitting there. And just had a bunch of stuff in front of it. And if you didn't mention it, it'd probably still be sitting there. Alrighty. Alright, YouTube. Thank you again for all the likes, subscribes, the comments, the follows. And I'll see you on the next video. You all be safe out there. Alrighty? Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.